Howdy everybody, we're going to start on episode 11. Of my NES mini-series. 5 NES games. Start with Abadox. And there's the board for it. So focusing it here. Okay, 87. Yeah, 88 right there, like usual. NES. Turn it around. Put some bit of light down here for you. And of course, the back. I'm almost done with this mini-series, and I'll move on to some other things that I got in the works. And I also got a little treat here as well as the instruction booklet. You want to kind of flip through it real quick. The new games, they don't have manuals anymore, instruction booklets anymore. These are the old days where they gave you a little something with your game when you bought it. Like the Nintendo Switch's games, they don't have any booklets. They just got the little game card inside the little box. All that wasted space. It's a shame that they do that. I remember the old days, they also give you like stickers or stuff like that. Figured I'd just go through this booklet real quick. Rarely see these anymore, unless you buy the complete box, which is very expensive these days to get the complete box games anymore. But that's the old school booklet manual, instruction manual. Thought I'd show that to you. Ghosting Goblins. This was quite a game. Very popular. The arcade one was quite interesting, and all them quarters you went through. Of course, those arcade games were designed that way. There you go. That's what it looks like. And we'll take a look at it. That says 87. They usually say 88 on them. These here. Quick on the back there, which is they all starting to be repetitive, aren't they? Look all similar now. As you get through quite a few of them, you start to see the same sizes on a lot of them. That's what it looks like. If you look right here, there's like sticker residue and stuff. So I had sticker I peeled off. If you want to get that off, you can use Goo Gone, I think it's called. Let's see if I can find some. I'll show you real quick. One second. There we go. I'll show you the what it looks like. So if you ever decide to try to get that stuff off some of your carts, you can see that right there. But you would use this stuff right here, Goo Gone. This is goo and adhesive remover. You just buy a bottle of this at the Dollar Tree, at, dollar store or Walmart or something. You just put a little bit on there and then just rub it off. It sort of has a lemon smell to it. Just in case you just, you ever run across some, because when you buy games and stuff, sometimes they'll put stickers on them and it's hard to get them off. And in the old days, you rent them or something, rentals, and they'll have stickers on them. And if you want to get that off, you just rub some, you put some on a rag, and then you just rub it on there, kind of let it set for a few minutes, and then just rub it, and then you do it once or twice. And what I do after that, I use that soap and water, and kind of wipe it off, because you don't want that on you. It's like a chemical. You want to get that off as soon as possible, because you don't want to rub your eyes or anything with that stuff. So just thought I'd show that to you. I would show you on camera actually taking it off, but I don't really want to touch that stuff right now. Okay, the next one is Crystalis. This one has a battery. And again, I read this before. This game pack contains batteries. It may be damaged if game pack is removed or inserted with the power on, or the power switch is turned rapidly on or off. If you're saving your game information for later play, you must hold in the reset button on the control deck or the NES system while turning off the power. Failure to do so may result in the loss of your stored game information. Thought I'd read that again, because there ain't a lot of games that have the battery. So, and here we go. Here's the board. This is a big board, so you can see. Get it an angle for you guys and gals. That light kind of makes it glare. Okay, let's take a look at it. This is a 90 battery. It's very authentic. Let's turn this around. NES. Panasonic. This one's Panasonic. And then that board there. Get to that in a sec. 88. Go ahead and zoom in on this for you. See, it's very hard to read that one. Let's see if we can get some light on that. There we go. It's requires light in a certain angle to really see that. Do what I can to keep the light kind of down on here, because it likes to reflect a lot. But yeah, it's a 90. Very interesting. And of course the board's just a little bit wider and bigger. I'll show you up here. See, a lot wider over here and back. The adapters, like that Gyromite one that I didn't have, that exact copy, the adapter would come out a little bit. That they're for Famicom games. So you could play them. Again, there's Crystalis. You got Spyhunter. This was real popular too. The arcade, that was, we had to use a smoke screen to oil slick the missiles. And it just kept going and going. It never ended. It just, you just had to get the highest score on it. Like a lot of those arcade games, they were just made to eat your quarters to make money. That's why they made it so hard. It was like, you know, some of them had only 5 levels, but they made it so hard so that you couldn't, or you had to put like $5, $10, $15, $20 in just to beat the game. If you wanted to. But of course, like I said, this one here, I don't think you could beat it. But there were some games out there that you could beat. Say this is kind of a repetitive board. It's, you know, it's about the average of what they usually look like for this one. But we will look at it. NES, NES, Toshiba. Turn it around and see what the 86 is an 86. And that's authentic. Please subscribe and push like or dislike. That would help out a lot. The more subscribers, the better it will be in the long run for me. I really would appreciate it. Spyhunter. Legacy of the Wizard. Let's see what that says down there. If I can get to it here. Sideways, I guess. Okay. Adventure series. Because you don't usually see those a lot. You don't usually see the emblem down there. The series all that much. Some of them like Gyromite, this one. A few others I thought I'd share that with you. It kind of stood out a little bit. You know, like for instance, I'll show you. Like see right here, like right here in this area, it doesn't have that emblem, but right here it does. So some of them had that, and a lot of them didn't. Kind of a bigger board. This one. I'm going to take a look at it down here. NES. NES. There's that one again. It's kind of all misspelled. Or it's spelled but correctly, but the letters are all merged. Let's see if I can show it a little better. See? It's all merged. Again, another one of those Nintendo flaws in the printing. You see that every once in a while on these types of chips as you go through the games of the NES system games. It's just a flaw or something in the printing. And on the bottom, I do think those are authentic chips. I think they got in a hurry when they mass produced that specific one, and they probably put the letters wrong when they stamped it. And I mentioned that in a few videos that I have. But it's worth noting, you know, that happens. They mess up. Again, that's the game. And I will put them all together. Again, there's the Abadox. I don't have very many of these instruction manuals. I know you can buy them. Buy a bunch of them, but they're kind of spendy for just a little, like what, 5 pieces of paper. It's up to you when you collect. If you know, sometimes you have to do that if you want all the booklets. But there you go. There's all the games for this episode. And like I said, I'll have other stuff that I will start to like I got some items coming that I'm going to unbox and I'm going to review. It's be a little surprise if you stick around, watch my videos and subscribe. I'm gonna do a little review on some items that I picked up as soon as they come in the mail, and I'll do my own review, honest review. I know a lot of reviews on YouTube. Some people are grumpy about it, or they're disappointed in the products they buy you know, so they can do a video on it. But I'm gonna be straight and honest about it. If I see something that's disappointing, I'll mention it. But you know, just I like to do things in my own way. So when I do these reviews, you know, it's not going to be like really grumpy or anything like that. You know, if something was wrong with a product you review, just send it back. You know, you know, don't have to take it out on the company or whatever. If it you know, if it came in the mail, you know, broken or whatever, or smashed, or this, you know, if it's a video game system or something, or a handheld, or you hopefully you have a free return policy on those, and then you won't be so upset. It'll take some time out of your day, and it kind of be I guess it could be a little you know, disappointing and stuff, but it might not be every one, you know, that they send out. It might you just happen to be the unfortunate one that the product got messed up, you know, from the mail or defects or whatever, you know. But I don't know, that's my take on that. I'll be straightforward and honest about it, and like with this, Jolene's microscope, it doesn't have an HDMI port, so you can't hook directly into your TV and stuff. But it was the cheapest one, and I did an unboxing of this microscope. But it was a 10.1 screen, and they don't. A lot of the 10.1 screens are very expensive unless you get the cheaper version. This is the cheaper version of that. Even the expensive, what is it, 8-inch screen or whatever, it's 4K or whatever, or even more expensive, you know, just as expensive as the 10.1 screens. So this one I got a really good deal on, so I'm overall satisfied. I know that some of them have like 3 lenses you can put on these, the different scope lenses for different focusing and stuff. But most of them are all the same, even with one lens, you know, for the prices and stuff. So you just get the cheaper one because they're all about the same, unless you get the ones with the 3 different lenses, and then of course you you know, it's options you have, and be disappointed in that too if you think too hard about it. So I try not to think too hard about this stuff. But alright, well, that's episode 11, and I've got about 4 or 5 more to go, maybe 6 or 7, and then I'll move on. I'm still going to do that PlayStation 2 fix as soon as I get done with all this, the NES series here. So until next time, thanks for watching.